Welcome back everybody to another video here with this 2024 Ram 2500 diesel. It's got the 6.7 Cummins. We're doing a Banks diff cover. Take you through step by step. This should keep my fluid nice and cool while I'm towing. I'm gonna take you through step by step. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff down below, and let's get into it. We're here with another Banks product, 19286. It's a rear differential cover, US patented. It's gonna keep my differential super cold when I'm towing the race car. So let's get into here and see what we got. Prepare to smile. They always have some cool packaging. Look at this. Look at this. Open it up. Ooh, so sexy. Look at that. Black and shinies. In the box, you get your cover, obviously. This can come in satin black and machined, which is this, gloss black, and natural, which is all aluminum. You get the hardware here, the O-ring that seals it with a little strap, bolt-in strap for, I believe that's the brake line. You got the plugs, fill plug, drain plug, and the sight glass that goes in here so you can tell when your diff is full. You get some stickers, you get install guide, leaving a review, and register products. That's all we got in here. Here's the factory diff cover. We have all kinds of bolts going around holding it on. You're going to need a 13mm deep socket to take out all of the bolts. And so we're going to have to get a drain pan for the fluid. So we're going to put the drain pan here, and we're going to and take the pan off. This is some weird kind of washer nut here. So it has like these little tangs that hold on, so you have to unthread this like a nut, but it's not a nut, it's a washer. So just unthread this. You'll probably have to use some pliers or something. If your vehicle has the factory rear sway bar, make sure you get these factory spacers. Comes with new bolts and spacers to space out the sway bar so that it doesn't hit the cover. If you don't have a differential temperature sensor, you're going to use a 5mm Allen key, and you're going to screw this down in here. Use a ratchet, torque this down. It already has thread sealer on it. There's a magnetic drain plug. It's a 12mm to put it in, and since the diff will be empty, we don't need to have this out. So I'm going to put this in. It has an O-ring to keep it sealed so it doesn't leak. So you don't have to go stupid crazy on the torque. Just torque it down with one hand, and tight is tight, and as good is good. Now it's time to install the sight glass. Sight glass goes in here. That's how you know when it's full. I'm using a 15/16 socket to install the sight glass. Start the sight glass in by hand. You don't want to cross thread it at all. So you're going to get it as far down as you can, which that's pretty much all the way. And we're going to take my 15/16 socket and my ratchet and get the adapter for the ratchet, or just use a bigger ratchet. Apparently I don't know how to pay attention, but the point is, take the 15/16, put it on here, and then give it a nice torque with one hand. Make sure it's nice and tight. On the back side, you're going to start this O-ring, and you're just going to like feed it into this groove. It's a pretty nice friction fit. It's a pretty nice friction. It's a good friction fit, so it's not going to pop out when you go to install it. So you're just going to go all the way around, and you're going to keep going until it's installed all the way around. This guy is now ready to install. Grab all the bolts. You're going to need a 10mm socket and a drill, ratchet, whatever you want to use. You're going to take the blue Loctite So this is the temporary blue Loctite. You're going to put this on the threads, and then you're going to screw them in, and you're going to do sort of a star pattern just like lug nuts. A lot of diff covers are square backs, and so as the fluid's going like this, it smashes up against the corner and aerates. We have fins here to help direct and cool the fluid on both sides. These tabs here, they're for cooling, and these, if you hit a rock or you hit something, this will just snap off here but not leak fluid, which is nice. So it'll actually fracture and break one of these whole tabs off. On Bank's video, they have a video of them hitting it with a hammer, and this whole chunk pops off. So that way you keep your fluid, doesn't damage the rest of the cover, and it's still functional. Each plug has a magnet. The fill plug and the drain plug both have a magnet. Here, this is a temperature hole. If you want to put a temp sensor in, you can. And it goes in this hole above the sight glass. We have two spacers here for the sway bar because this diff cover sticks out farther, so we need to space the sway bar away from the differential, otherwise it'll hit. Put your drain pan underneath the differential. Use a 15mm, remove the sway bar bolts. There's two on each side. Use a 13mm, start removing the bolts all the way around. You're going to need a flathead of some sort and this little lock washer nut thing. You're going to have to spin this off like so, all the way off, which is going to suck. This bracket for the brake lines is on these two studs with the same 13mm nut. Pull it out of the way, then you have to remove the stud with a 13mm. Here this bar is in the way though, so we probably have to use a ratcheting wrench to even get it off. You can't even use a deep socket with a ratchet, it'll hit here. So you're stuck with a wrench or a ratcheting wrench. Now we got all the fluid out. I wiped the bottom with a rag. You're going to take a blade and you're going to take off any of this weird residue stuff. So you're going to just go around like so. See, it's coming off. So you're going to go all the way around like this and make sure there's nothing on here. Making sure it's nice and smooth. You put your finger on it, you don't feel any weird stuff. After wiping the differential flange down with a rag with brake cleaner in it to get it all nice and clean, we're going to put this up. You're going to put a little bit of differential oil on this ring, and then you're going to put it up by hand and screw it in with 2 bolts to start. Grab some blue Loctite. They give you some in the kit, but I'm not going to break that open since I already have this open. And you're going to put it on the threads of each of these bolts, and you're going to hand tighten them down with a 10mm first. Get all the bolts in except for this one and these two that hold the bracket. Now we can pull the bracket up and over. We can grab this plastic piece here, pop this guy off because we have a new one here. We're going to put this in replacement of that. Torque all the differential cover bolts to 12 foot-pounds. It's sway bar time, so now you're going to take the spacer, you're going to put it underneath the bracket, you're going to put the top bolt in, then you're going to lift up the sway bar, use a 15mm to start that very top bolt on one side. Just get it in like 3 threads. That's in. So now we're going to put the bottom bolt in, do the same thing. Probably have to lift up a little bit like that to get it to start. Get both of these started. One side in, super loose. That allows us to come over to the other side now. Grab the spacer. We're going to pull away the sway bar like so and slide the spacer underneath. The spacer's in now, so we're going to slide both bolts in, lift it into place, and start it by hand. Tighten down the sway bar bolts just good and tight. If you want a torque spec, you can look that one up. It's time to put the fluid in. You're going to use a 14mm wrench or socket. Remove the fill plug. On the sight glass, you have a couple options. I'm going to talk to you as if you have a stock ride height vehicle, stock suspension. You want it to be pretty much dead center of the sight glass. If your truck is raised or lowered, then you're going to have to just measure out the amount and do whatever the factory says. So if you go to amsoil.com, it'll tell you exactly how many pints to put in, and then do that. I'm an AMSOIL dealer. If you guys need AMSOIL, I can help you out. I don't charge that much. Probably less than every other guy that's going to buy stuff for you. Anyways, this is the oil I'm using, 7590 Severe Gear. They have cheaper options, but this is the one I always like to use in my own vehicles. And you're going to need 6.8 pints. So you got to buy 4 quarts to get 6.8 pints. Just for some proof, 3 empty bags and 1 bag that still has some in it. So we got to buy 4. We're going to put the plug back in now that it's full. It has that green thing is an O-ring, so you don't have to tighten it too tight. Just put it in and give it a little snug. Hopefully this video helped you out. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.